Well, good evening, everyone. I am so glad to be here tonight, and I'm so happy to see all of you virtually. My name is Jessica Newman. I am one of the co-leaders of the Diamond Riders, and tonight you have the pleasure of meeting our authors who are a part of Don't Hide Your Scars, our final publication with the Diamond Riders. So you are in for a treat tonight. So get your drink, get your wine glasses, your bottles of water, your little snacks, and sit down and get comfy so you can meet these fabulous authors and learn some exciting things about them and why they wrote in this wonderful book and their next steps. So once again, welcome in. Good evening, everyone. And I'm so glad to have you all here with me. I am Jessica Newman, like I said previously. I am one of the co-leaders of the Diamond Riders. I started back in 2021. So I have been with this fabulous organization for 5 years. I have contributed to 5 anthologies. And I am excited to be an author, to be a published author, to be a co-leader. And I'm not only just those great things, I'm also a wife, a mother, and a fabulous elementary teacher. And we are on summer break, so I am also excited to not have to go to work tomorrow. But anyway, like I said, I've contributed to 5 anthologies, and in Don't Hide Your Scars, my chapter was called Wounded to Warrior. And you may be wondering, why Wounded to Warrior? Well, in this chapter, I start off talking about different wounds or scars that I've experienced throughout my life and how I overcame each and every one of them. So if you haven't bought your book yet, it is on Amazon and also on Transparent Gem Inc. website. So go grab those copies so you can read my chapter, and not only my chapter, but all the other amazing authors who contributed to this great anthology, and learn all about the scars that we are no longer hiding. How many of you have scars that you have hid and that you continue to hide? That is just an ongoing thing for many of us. There's sometimes we're not ready to face those challenges. And this book dives deep into those different challenges that we all are faced with. So it's just a great anthology for you to read, to utilize, to share with your book club, your sister's club, give it to your aunt, niece, any young woman just coming up in life that's dealing with a lot of difficult things. And this is just the opportunity for us to just be transparent, to let our guard down and to just deal with the junk that we've been hiding for so long. It's so easy to just hide these things and to dismiss them. How many times have we justified things that have happened in our life and said, oh, it's okay, it's just this one time? But no, it's not. It does affect us for the long haul, and it's so important that we just deal with these things. There's so many different ways we can deal with them: therapy, group sessions, writing, journaling. All these things are ways to just provide us with that self-care so that we no longer have to hide our scars. So grab your books, get your copies, read it, do the work that it takes to make you a better person. And it's not going to happen in a day, a week, a month, a year. Healing is ongoing. It takes time for us to heal. So don't get discouraged when you're like, I've been working at this for like months and you haven't seen any changes. Continue to put the work in. Do what it takes to be the better version of yourself. I am still on my healing journey. And every day I have to remind myself that I am still on my healing journey. But I am thankful to God that I am a part of an organization that gave me the safe space to even work out those things that I was dealing with. And now that this is our final publication and there will be no more Diamond Riders, it is bittersweet. It is very bittersweet, but I am thankful for all the opportunities that have come with being a part of this organization. I'm thankful for the growth within myself and that I've witnessed with all the other women here. It's been a true transformation and it's been an amazing journey. I am so appreciative of all the people I've met, of all the connections I've made, and 100% I am happy for the work that I've done, and I'm grateful for the changes that I've made within myself. Yes, I'm so excited. I'm excited to meet and sit and talk with the authors that are coming out, and I hope you are too. We have not all, but a few of them who were in the book. Unfortunately, we couldn't have everyone because life happens. But we are thankful for those who were able to take time out of their busy schedule tonight and sit with me for a few minutes. And they're going to answer some questions, and we're going to get to know them and get to know more about their chapter and what's going on in their life and what's going to happen after this. And then we're going to give away some prizes. And then we'll wrap it up at the end and we'll do our final farewell. And then you guys will have to wait and see what's next for Transparent Gem Inc. and Natima Cherie. Shout out to Natima Cherie who created this wonderful organization. And we will just go from there. So sit back, relax. I hope everyone is tuned in. If you haven't shared the link, please share it now so that you can get all your family and friends on in time to meet the authors that are coming up. And make sure you grab those snacks so you can sit down and you don't have to miss anything and miss out any on great information. For the next probably about a good hour, we'll be here because we do have a few ladies who are going to come on and we're going to just, talk to them and get to know them. So share the link if you haven't. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook through Transparent Gem. We're on YouTube. So go ahead and share those links. If you are in the comment section, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And I'm going to go see how everyone's doing. Oh, I see a lot of my Diamond Riders ladies on. I see Daisha, how you doing? And Ivory and Chantel. Oh, I'm so excited to see you ladies. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is such a wonderful opportunity. I'm so thankful that I get to do this and that Natima thought that I would be a great fit for this. For those of you who don't know, this is my first time hosting by myself a live event like this for a book release. So this is such an exciting experience just for me. I'm head over heels excited about this. I hope I'm doing an awesome job and I hope I can keep you engaged throughout this whole time together. I know I have lots to talk about, plenty of things that we can discuss, even more stuff, not just about the book, but just about life. Like I said, we all have lots of things that we have to deal with. So let's go back to our chat and see who else we have there. Oh, yes, we are thankful to have Cut and Clarity on. Thank you guys for joining us. And Transparent Gem is such a great organization, guys. So if you have friends that want to write books and be published, check out Transparent Gem Inc. Not only about publishing, but there's a lot of great information on the website that can help catapult you into a whole nother direction in your life. So check it out. Natima Cherie on Transparent Gem. She has great connections. She is a connection. So go ahead and get to that website while we're waiting for our first author to join us. Definitely do that. Also, for those of you who are just tuning in and you did not hear me introduce myself, I'll tell it again. I am Jessica Newman. Jessica N is what I go by as my pen name. And I started in the Diamond Riders in 2021 with my first book, Beneath the Crown. And that experience with writing was truly Amazing. It pulled me in so many different directions, emotionally, spiritually, physically. It was so life changing. In that book, I wrote about me losing my mom. I was 15 years old at the time when she passed away, and that experience was gut wrenching, of course, and traumatic and absolutely devastating. And I never spoke about it really, in such depth until I wrote in Beneath the Crown. So that was how I got started with the Diamond Riders. I took a chance, I stepped out on faith, and I told my story. And that was one of the best things I ever did, because telling that first story allowed me to share all the other great stories that I wrote in Valid Transparency, She Is, Audacity, and then finally, Don't Hide Your Scars. So I'm just so thankful. I'm so glad I have the opportunity to not only write my story, but for people to hear my voice. For so long, I was afraid to speak up and do stuff like this. And so I'm so glad that I'm so comfortable with myself and who I'm becoming, that I'm taking opportunities to just stretch myself and to grow. And that's the best thing about being a diamond writer. It allowed me to grow in ways unimaginable. So I'm so excited and I'm so thankful. And I'm just glad to be here. And I'm glad you all are here with us tonight. And we are going to get ready to bring out our first author of that Don't Hide Your Scars. The authors are not coming out in any particular order. We're just the way we set it up. And they're going to give you some information about their chapter and who they are and their next steps. So definitely sit back, relax, and pay attention and enjoy the show. I'm so thankful again that you all took the time out of your busy schedules to come to this farewell show for our last book release for Don't Hide Your Scars. And our first author tonight will be Miss Lakeisha, who is also known as Miss Hidden Stone. Hello, Lakeisha.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing fine, doing fine.
Well, thank you for coming on tonight. And I know who you are, but let the people know who you are. So just introduce yourself to everyone. You can give them your name, your pen name, and also give them the title of your chapter for this book, Don't Hide Your Scars.
All right. Hello, viewers. My name is Lakeisha Smith Johnson, aka Hidden Stone, and my title is called Turning Bricks to Bridges.
Oh, wow. I love that title. Can you tell us more about that title?
Basically, that title came from me wanting to give a background of a story of my emotional survival, self discovery, healing, and transformation. It shows how unresolved wounds can represent as bricks and it can weigh a person down over the years, affecting their relationships, self worth, and personal growth. Through witnessing another woman's courage to break free from a painful marriage, I was forced to confront my own hidden scars and begin work of healing.
That is amazing. That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Mm.
This book marks the final farewell publication for the Diamond Riders. After
Yeah,
a beautiful, I know it's so sad,
so sad.
6-year journey.
Well,
I just want to know, how has being a part of this collective impacted you, and what has this literary community meant to your personal growth?
well, I've been part of two of the last two anthologies, Audacity as well as Don't Hide Your Scars. And this diamond writing community has helped me to feel free to express myself, to be vulnerable, not feel ashamed to admit when I'm feeling things of sadness or just having challenges with my self worth or anything. It makes you be very vulnerable, open, You don't feel like you're not in a safe space to express yourself. You know that the people here in this community actually want to hear what's going on with you, and they care and they pray for you and they encourage you and they check up on you. So it's like more like a sisterhood than anything. And it helped me just not carry a lot of weight, just start putting myself first, and being okay with it. So I will miss this community because I'm sort of new to this group. And it has just helped me in so many ways to where I don't know what I'm gonna do without it. Like, I don't
I understand your feelings because I feel the same way. Um, the theme of this anthology is a powerful declaration. How do you believe your Pacific story will inspire or liberate other women who are still trying to conceal their own emotional problems? How does your story help them?
Well, my story really helps people to get the courage to express themselves and not worry about what others think. Being able to stand in your own truth, knowing your worth, knowing what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept, and just being okay with just being by yourself if that needs to be the case. So many times we hold so much baggage and put on a light like everything is just fine when in actuality you're suffering inside. But it's okay to say, I demand for someone to treat me this way. And if that person can't do it that way, then I'm okay with being by myself and just loving on me. So that's one of my biggest things, just getting women or people just to know their worth and know what they will accept and what they won't accept.
That takes a lot of courage
It
to
really does. It really does.
stand in your truth and to say like whether or not you accept who I'm becoming, I know that I don't have to tolerate it and you don't have
Mhm.
to take my space. So many of us will not say those words because we're in fear of those people no longer being a part of our life. Like we have
Mhm.
so much attachment to them. We rather keep
Yeah.
them and deal with the foolishness than to find that peace of releasing them.
Yep. And then sometimes you don't know if you have enough support to
Mhm.
help you if you get rid of that person or that thing. So, a
Mhm.
lot of times it boils down to whether or not you have people in your corner that's going to pick you up when you're making those hard decisions. Sometimes you stay in marriages or relationships because it's comfortable. It gives you something, but it's not feeding your spirit for you to have to sacrifice your worth in order to stay in something. So, and after a while, you're just going to realize that all you're doing is hurting yourself you
Absolutely,
know.
girl. You're preaching to the choir.
And people don't change till you make them change, baby.
Listen, only God can change people. I can't do it.
Mhm.
That's big for me.
Yeah, but you
When
can
you,
change the way they doing you. You know what I mean?
I have control over how you treat me. Absolutely.
Exactly. Exactly.
When you look at your life today, on the other side of that healing work you've done, because you have changed tremendously. I've known you before the Diamond Riders, and I've seen the
You my girl.
that you are today. So, what does the beauty of scars look like in your daily reality?
Ooh, I think most importantly, the beauty of my scars is found in my freedom. I no longer carry a heavy bag of bricks that once weighed me down. Instead, I use my experiences to build bridges that help me to navigate my life with confidence, faith, with a purpose, knowing that I have learned that healing is not something about pretending like wounds never exist. I feel like a lot of times you have these bricks and these things weighing you down, but you put on this facade when you go out in public just to make people think your life is so great. I no longer pretend. I'm quick to tell my friends, girl, let me tell you, I went through this. And honey, you can choose to go that road, but I'm telling you from experience, because I don't want people to ever think I feel like I'm above them because all the stuff I went through, all that did was set me up in order for me to be successful. Those were just life challenges that I had to face in order to come out with a purpose. So my scars are beautiful because they tell a story of my survival, my healing, my grace. They remind me that I'm stronger than what I once was. And everything that once caused me pain now serves as a testimony and can help someone else find their hope and healing. So that's how I look at things.
That's beautiful. And I'm happy for you. I think
Thanks, Boo.
we need to celebrate that. Guys, let's celebrate that moment of you realizing that you no longer have to be ashamed of your scars.
Mhm.
Because
Exactly.
we hide in shame of things that we go through, but we don't even realize how telling that story and bringing it to light
Mhm.
is going to help so many
Amen.
women. I can tell you countless times that I laid on your bosom, how
Yeah.
just
Be like, come, girl. But
express
you know,
my
even
feelings.
then, you were broken and you didn't even know I was broken and I'm holding you up and I was messed up. You know what I mean? So, and
I'm
that's
over here
what,
wetting up your shirt and you trying to
girl,
hold yourself together.
honey, and I needed to fall on your bosom, honey. All that shoes.
But I thank you. I thank you for giving me that space, that place to
Mhm.
know that I can trust you with my deepest, darkest feelings and know that there will
Mhm.
be no judgment, but nothing but
Oh, no,
love and
definitely not.
encouragement. And that's just something definitely we received as a whole with the Diamond Riders that
Mhm.
love, support, and encouragement. And I'm truly gonna miss that part of it. Us
Yeah,
just being there, knowing you got these group of women that are there looking out for you and want the best for you. Because sometimes in this
exactly.
world, women are so judgy and it's just crazy.
Yeah,
But
it is.
let's our last question because we know we got so many people coming up, and I just want to
Mhm.
make sure we have time for everyone.
Mhm.
Um, how do you plan to leverage this chapter along with all the other stories, Audacity that you contributed to? But like, what's next for you on your personal journey after writing this book?
I think I'm going to continue to write. I really love doing it. I didn't think it was something that I could have done in the first place, but
Mm-hmm.
like after I did that first book, Audacity, and I let all that out now doing this one, it's like it just releases stuff for me. It's like a form of ministry. So I'm definitely going to continue to write. I'm going to continue to try to share my stories with other people, encourage them. You know, I'm a woman's woman. I love to help and embrace other women to build them up and let them know their worth. So that's something that I will continue to do. So I'm not finished writing. I'll be writing for a good little minute.
Well, I'm looking forward to that next chapter or book that you're a part of. Just let everybody know how they can find you so they can keep up to date with what's going on in your life.
Okay, well, I'm on Facebook as Lakeisha Smith Johnson, and I just got my Instagram channel moving up, and my Instagram is Hidden Stone 1978.
All right. Well, it was wonderful talking to you, Lakeisha, my boo. And you have a wonderful evening and stay on so you can see the rest of the authors. And
Definitely
we will
will.
talk soon.
All right, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Well, that was Lakeisha Smith Johnson, aka Hidden Stone. So check her out. And up next, guys, don't go too far. Don't move. We have Mel V coming up to talk about her chapter in Don't Hide Your Scars. Hello, Mel. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. It feels like I haven't seen you in forever.
It doesn't it? It has been forever.
It has been.
It's not
Well,
every other Thursday anymore.
I know, right? And every other Tuesdays and
Right. Right.
I know you well, but the people on live may not know you. So please introduce yourself, your pen name, your real name, and the title of your chapter. And don't hide your scars.
Absolutely. So, to all of you that don't know me, my name is Mel V, the MV Pen. I have been or was a part of, or am still a part of, I don't know, the Diamond Riders for 5.5 years ish, somewhere in there. This will have been my fifth anthology contribution. Um, and it's sad. Like, I'm happy, but I'm sad.
It's so bittersweet.
I know.
And you did not write a chapter, but you
Right.
did.
Right. I didn't do a chapter in this book, but I did the prologue and the epilogue.
Okay, very good. That's wonderful. Um, since you didn't write a chapter, can you just tell us why you did the prologue and epilogue in this story?
Um, I think after having contributed to all the previous anthologies, and they're back to back, I felt like I had reached a point where I didn't really have anything else to say at that moment about my story. And I think also getting to a point where realizing that not every platform is a podium.
Mm.
Um, and so just because a platform is provided for me to speak doesn't mean that what I'm saying has to directly be my story or what I've been through or what I'm going through. But it can still be words of encouragement and inspiration to help people or things that I've learned along my journey that will be useful. And so um, when this book came, the title came of Don't Hide Your Scars, it hit home to me. But I felt like I had kind of already revealed my scars in the other books. So I didn't have a scar at the time that I needed to share. But it was so pivotal because I struggled with feeling ashamed of my scars and hiding them for so long, and finally getting to a point where realizing that my scars are not something to be ashamed of. They're something to help, they're a roadmap. And so my contribution with the prologue and epilogue was to really give people a visual of thinking of your scars as a map, and how on a map you have highways, you have roads, you have streets, you have, bridges and all of these things that get you from point A to point B. And every scar that you have, everything that you've done is not something to be ashamed of. These are all your roadmaps. These are all the streets you've traveled. These are all the highways you've journeyed through that have gotten you from point A to point B where you are right now.
Absolutely. I love that. I seem like the constant theme is that shame behind our scars, and us getting over that. It's okay to have scars. It's okay to be vulnerable, because telling these stories is going to help ourselves and eventually someone else who, reads it. So yes, that's
Absolutely.
beautiful. This is the final farewell publication. I know we are all heartbroken. And it's been a beautiful 6-year journey. So I just want to know, what has this literary community meant to your personal growth?
Wow. I don't even know if there is a magnitude of a word or words that I can put together to really explain what being a part of this community has meant for me and done for me. It challenged me. It forced me outside of my own comfort zone. It forced me to look beyond, the short-sighted vision that I had for myself, and be open to the possibility of greater things. I got to meet some amazing people. I have sisters for life now because of this organization. But it gave me the strength to stand in my truth. No matter how ugly it may be, no matter how pretty it could be at times, no matter how dysfunctional it is, it's my truth. And it's like you don't have to like it. You don't have to love it, but you will respect it.
Absolutely. You will respect it.
You will respect it.
When you look at your life today, on the other side of that healing work, what does the beauty of scars look like in your daily reality?
Freedom.
That's the same thing Hidden Stone said. Freedom.
Freedom. It is the most freeing thing in your life to be like, this me. Take it or leave it. And if you leave it, you'll be back. No. But no, seriously, it's free to just embrace all aspects of who you are. Do you know what I mean? Like everything that you've been through, everything, it's all has made you who you are today. So why be ashamed of it? If you didn't go through that or you didn't experience that, who's to say that you would be the person that you are today? And who's to say that if you were a different person, you would like that person any better than you supposedly like the person you are right now? So
absolutely, I love that. And I just want to say, I've been with you on this journey for 5 years now, and today I can just see the light in you. Like you just look like your burden is like lighter. Like your smile is brighter, your eyes are glowing. Like you just like in this space of.
Don't get me to shouting on this video.
No, I'm for real. In all honesty, like all the times we've had like meetings or personal, conversations, I could always see like the weight of it on you. And today you just look like free. Like life is good. Like, it ain't all where it's supposed to be, but it's good. Like you're just like you're content with where you are and where you're going. And I'm happy for you. I'm happy that I can see the work in you.
I
That's
appreciate it.
yes, girl.
Yeah, listen, I'm not done. I'm not there yet, but
No, none of us. None
I'm
of us.
embracing where I am now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but yeah, I'm in a very like good space.
Like you
Like
just came off the beach. Like that's like I'm chilling. Like
listen, 30
um,
minutes before this interview, I was definitely laid across my bed. Like
me too. But as we officially close this chapter of the Diamond Riders, what's next for you?
oh, for those of you that know me, I be having my hand in 1,000 hats. But I
And
am
pots and pots.
and pots and don't forget them pots. Um, I am kind of in the season of a rebrand.
Okay.
I'm doing a rebrand for myself, and restructuring a lot of my business entities. I am actually getting ready to release 3 children's books. I
Okay.
know, that's where I started. That's when
Right.
it
You
started.
did.
That's where the literary journey started. But yes, I'm getting ready to release 3 children's books. They um, should be out for fall for the school year. So I'm
Okay.
super excited about that. Um, I am, still producing shows and working with my entertainers and stuff like that. Um, and just more writing, like tapping into other aspects of my creativity that I've put on the back burner for a while. So working on some plays possibly. So just listen, just letting the Lord use me is what I'm over here doing.
Use
I'm
me, Lord. Use me.
just letting him use me. I'm just over here being a humble servant, doing the Lord's work. That's it.
How do you plan to further your life as an author and continue your journey of personal evolution?
Um, well, I mean, to piggyback off, I'm going to continue with the children's books. I'm
Hmm.
branching off into writing plays, and just finding different ways to tap into my creativity. So
Okay.
I'm working on a show. I did a show a couple years ago, and so I'm producing another show called Rewired: The Violin Theory.
Oh,
So
okay.
yep, working on producing that show, and just building my craft. Like every day, I'm a student. Thankful for the clients that I have, and that have rode with me on this bumpy journey because we was learning as we go. But
Okay.
um, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to use all the gifts that I used to think were a burden and have embraced that they're a blessing, and just figuring out how to use them.
Absolutely. There's some questions in the comments for you. Phoenix wants to know what are the levels for your children's books because she has to get some for her grandbaby.
Okay.
Ooh, I need
So I guess you could say they're from like baby, I'm gonna say give it to like 9, 10-ish.
okay.
So they're good for younger kids to be read to, and
Okay.
then for older kids who are able to read on their own to read, but it's not super complicated reading. So it wouldn't really be beneficial for junior high school kids. The message would, but I think that they would find the animation and the grammar and literature pretty elementary. But
Okay.
yeah, I'd say like elementary school, like preschool, from birth to like elementary school.
Well, definitely let me know when they come out because we might have to have you as a guest speaker at my elementary school to read to our pre-K kids, so you can get that book in our school in our
Listen,
district.
you know I'll catch a flight now. You know I'll catch a flight.
And then you could bring that banana pudding cake too.
And now the flight got canceled. You see how quick we have bought the ticket and then
Hey,
canceled refund. It was so
listen,
fast.
you can put a little slice in your backpack, okay?
Don't get Nakima started, please. Cause she done already sent me some banana pudding from scratch ice cream bars. I was like, since when do I make ice cream? Like,
Jill of all trades, right? Okay. So, Well, it was wonderful talking to you, Mel. I am so glad we got to spend these few minutes together. I miss seeing you every other Thursday. I'm so happy what's going on in your life and how God is continuing to use you. And I'm wishing you all the best. This is not goodbye, even though it is goodbye, but we are always connected. So just thank you. Thank you for coming on here and just sharing what's going on in your life with us. I'm so appreciative. I miss you so much, but I know I will see you soon with my banana pudding cake. So, thank
I
you so
might
much.
just for old good spirit's sake. I might.
You might. I'm gonna
Just
hold you
listen.
to that.
You
I'm
got
gonna
to
hold
put it in the Lord's hand. Just let Him use me. So you got to just go ahead and put it in His hands.
It was good seeing you, Mel. You take
And
care. Oh,
here.
before you go, let people know how they can get in contact with you. So,
Yes, absolutely. So you can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Her the MVP. That's right there at the bottom. And you can also find me on my website at www.herthemvp.com.
all right. Thank you again, Mel. You have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Hello. Okay, we had two great authors so far. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. We had Hidden Stone, and then we had Mel B. So we're just on a roll here tonight, and we don't want to stop the show. We want to keep it going. So we are gonna do a giveaway at this time. Yay! Who likes free stuff? Raise your hand. So I'm gonna ask a question, and in the chat, you are gonna put your answer so I can see who got the answer right. And then that person will get the free giveaway, which is a copy of our final publication, Don't Hide Your Scars. So, are we ready for the question? Boop. Okay. Question is, what year did the Diamond Riders officially start? If you know the answer, put it in the chat. You can't cheat now. You have to write what you know. And then once you get the right answer, I will have that person send me their email so that I can get their information, and then you'll get that book mailed to you. So I'm waiting. What year did the Diamond Riders officially start? Who knows the answer? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right. I see we have, yes, really Jeopardy. Phoenix, yes, 2020. Woo! She got the answer right. Thank you, Phoenix, for playing Jessica's Jeopardy. All right, good job. Wonderful, wonderful. Are you guys enjoying the show? Chantel, shh, nobody will know who answered. I hope you all are enjoying it. Yes, and staying locked in and engaged with us. We have a few more authors that's coming out, so just sit tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. No. But no, I just want to make sure that you guys are enjoying this show and engaging with our authors and just getting to know them a little bit more and why they wrote these wonderful stories. So yes, I'm so excited. And since Phoenix is a diamond writer, she will not be winning the free book. But because she did get the answer right, I will give the book away to the first person who wrote shared in the comments that shared this live. So that person will get the book. And I will share that information with with you guys once I go through the comments and check to see who wrote shared first. Okay. But make sure you're sharing this live, sharing it with your friends, your sisters, your cousins, your aunties, because we want people to get this book so they no longer will be hiding their scars and to find out just the right way to do it, right? This is just the absolute best way to do that. All right. So now, if you are in the chat and you wrote shared, I'm looking to see who wrote shared in the chat because not only am I going to give away one book, I'm going to give away another book, number 2. So let's see who wrote shared in the comments. That means you actually pressed the little arrow and shared the live, not just write the word shared, and you're sharing it with your friends group. You tag some people to get online and to watch this final book release for the Diamond Riders. Okay, nobody wrote share. Nobody wants the next copy. It's okay. I'm looking, I'm scrolling through. And remember, our book, Don't Hide Your Scars, is on Amazon and on you can also find it on the website Transparent Gem Ink. And that's been scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So please make sure you do that. All right, now we're going to get ready to introduce our next author. And I hope you guys are ready for Miss Bernadette. Let's welcome her to our studio.
Hey.
Hi, Miss Bernadette.
How you doing, Jess? How you doing?
Doing good. How are you? Long time no see.
Long time, but it's so good to see you, and I'm so glad to be here.
I am so happy to have you here. I'm so excited.
Me too.
How are you been? How's things?
Life has been lifing, girl. Different health challenges and so many people passing in my face. Life has been lifing, but God is still good and He's still on the throne. Amen. So I give Him all the praise, no matter what I'm facing. Yeah.
You are beautiful, Miss Bernadette. You just smiling and glowing.
I'm so happy. I'm full of joy. I got the joy of the Lord. I got the joy of the Lord.
Well, I know you well, but some of our friends online may not know you. So please introduce yourself with your pen name and the title of your chapter in Don't Hide Your Scars.
Yes. So my pen name is Be His Child. That's what I write under. And the title of my chapter is My Phoenix Tattoo. So y'all can't it's really maybe you get to see them.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if y'all can see it but it's big. It goes down my home.
Yeah. Okay.
My Phoenix Tattoo. That's the title, yeah.
Wow, I like that. Okay. Tell us a little bit more about your chapter.
My chapter, oddly enough, it started out one way and then God just did what He needed to do and He switched it up on me. So my chapter, it started out with me talking about why I even have this Phoenix tattoo and what it meant at the time. But then I didn't even see when it was coming, when you just sitting and waiting, and then God was like, He's put a spotlight on something else. And so it didn't dismiss the Phoenix tattoo, but it gave it a dual meaning. That's all I'm going to share.
You have to read the chapter.
You're going to have to read the chapter.
Okay, this book marks our final farewell publication with the Diamond Riders. And after a beautiful 6-year journey, how has being a part of this collective impacted you, and what has this literary community meant to your personal growth?
Well, first of all, I want to take a moment to shout out Miss Natima Cherie for being obedient to God and for having this organization, this group of women in sisterhood, and this literary platform for us to come together. It's impacted my life in such a great way. I'm so thankful to her and to you, Jess. You was my first mentor when I first came in the year before, I think, to start the Audacity. This is my second anthology anthology that I have contributed to. And so because of Diamond Writers, I am now a two-time published author.
Yeah.
God is amazing. The sisterhood and being with you ladies and just being part of the Diamond Writers has really changed my life. I had never, not that I didn't never want to write my story, but I had never put pen to paper,
Mhm.
literally. And I've had so many people like, you should write a book. You should write a book. Sit down 15 minutes a day and just start writing. And I never put pen to paper. Nowhere have I had a journal where I started writing down my story. And there's so
Mhm.
many parts and different facets of my story. And so being part of Diamond Writers, I also need to shout out Michelle McFarlane, who is a big part of my life. And she introduced me to the Diamond Writers. And so giving me opportunity to come and to join the sisterhood and to be part of y'all and to learn and meet y'all, some wonderful group of women that I have met and praying together, like the things that we did where we had prayer, and it still have prayer, but
Mhm.
we would come together and get prayer requests, not just for each other, but for family members and people that we know, and just go to God on behalf of each other and pray. Like it has been something that impacted my life and has completely changed my life. Now to be able to say I can do this, I can sit down and put pen to paper, and not that I was ashamed about it then. It was
Mhm.
just I never thought you need to sit down and actually start writing some stuff. So it has impacted my life in a way I cannot ever change, or it can't, I can't give
Mhm.
a tribute to, because excuse me, I don't know, see my phone supposed to be off. I apologize. I thought I was, but it's been great. It's really been great, a great experience.
Oh, that's good. We
And
thank
I'm sad that we're no longer going to be Diamond Writers. I know
you.
TGI is still here, so just seeing what's next for TGI and sign, get in
Absolutely.
where I can fit in, maybe get in where I can fit in.
That's what we all trying to do. We all trying to find a job.
Get in where we can fit in. Mhm.
But no, we appreciate and thank you for your courage and your obedience and just, following through with what was on your heart and actually putting it on that paper, because so many lives are going to change from your story, from you having the courage to just do what was on your heart to do. So we thank you for that. How do you believe your specific chapter, your specific story will inspire or liberate other women who are still trying to control or conceal their own emotional turmoils that they're dealing with?
I think my specific story would help people. It deals with like distrust. It deals with
Mhm.
betrayal. It deals with being hurt or being mishandled. And so I think that my story will help people to know that it's possible to heal. It's possible to overcome. You may go through these things, but there is another side. You
Mhm.
don't have to to just stay where you at. There is another side to coming over. I don't want to give away the flip of the
Right.
book, that you have to get it to read it, because God just did what he needed to do. But there is another side of living with these scars. you know people they always people don't see your scars, right?
Right.
Your emotional scars. Um, Women who are abused, right? They may get beat up and you see their scars, but those scars heal, right?
Mhm.
But the scars that are in your heart, the scars that are emotional, people can't see. Um, we tend to hide those for whatever reason, right? My specific story will let you know you don't have to just endure those scars, but you can overcome those scars.
Mhm.
You can get on the other side, yeah, and live a life of joy, live a life of freedom,
That's right. I
right?
think that's important to let them know that,
Yeah,
like, not just getting through it, but
yeah,
finding the joy after it.
yeah. Live
You
a
know?
life of joy. I have a joy. I can't. It's Man didn't give it to me. That's all I can say. Man didn't give it to me. With all that I've been through in my life, man didn't give me this joy. And so you can get through it, overcome it, but you can come out of it and have joy and still live your life to the fullest.
What does the beauty of your scars look like in your daily reality?
The beauty of my scars is my tattoos. That's the beauty of my scars. I have literally I have like I had I've literally made my scars visible.
Hmm.
That's what my tats. I've literally made my scars visible. Each one that I have, and they're all big. They all represent a moment in my life, right? And so I have made my scars into a work of art. And so the beauty of them is every day I'm reminded I'm a winner. I came through it. Um, that's it. Every day I don't have a moment. I don't haven't had a moment where
Hmm.
I actually looked at any of my stuff, my tattoos, and was like, "What are you crazy? What was you thinking? Why did you do that?" Like even with my whole sleeve of my phoenix, it wasn't
Hmm.
like, "What was wrong with you?" Every day it's a reminder of a scar. That's what my tattoos are. I've turned those scars into works of art. And every day I'm reminded, just looking at my body, like,
Hmm.
that's another one. You came through there. And people talk to me about them. When they see them, we talk about them. And so it helps them to know I can give them my story, letting them know that's what this means. You can
That's
get through it. Yeah.
I
That's the
like
beauty
that
of them.
constant
Hmm.
reminder of what you've been through, but then you turned it into beauty. It's like taking
Hmm.
ashes and turn it into beauty, so it's
Yeah.
like I went through it, but I can see the beauty in it. And now it
Yeah.
has created this artwork that I can visibly see each day as a reminder of
Yes.
how far I've come. So I think that's
Yes.
a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
As we officially close this chapter of the Diamond Riders, even though we are all so heartbroken, what is next for you?
Okay, what's next for me is my son said it's your turn to write your book, write your own book, write your own. It's time for you to write your story. So that is something I would love to dive into. Um, there's we keep living. As long as we living, we have stories, right? All of us still have
Mhm.
stories. And so I would love to just sit down. I don't know, my husband was even talking about taking some time on a cruise and just sitting down and just using that time to just write. I really would love to start that, my own book with my own, with my stories, some of my stories in it. I'm 64 years old, about to be 65 July. There's
And look
no
at
way if I write a book about my whole life, it's going to be an encyclopedia. So it's just deciding what,
what
I
part.
want to put on, what parts I want to put on the
Mhm.
page, so that maybe doing some outlining,
Okay.
I'm still working, and I love my job. When y'all know, when I got this job, we prayed about this job.
Absolutely.
I claimed it. I kept saying, that's my job. That's my job.
Yeah.
That's my job. As y'all prayed with me over it. And I've been there now a little over a year.
Wow.
And it's still my dream job. I am a therapeutic recreational aide at Four Seasons Nursing Home. And I love my job. So continuing to be there for the residents there, be there for my family. Um, Hopefully whatever, like Mel was saying, whatever God has for me, my thing is to keep pressing hold and pressing till I can grab hold of that thing for which Christ Jesus has taken hold of me. And so wherever he will lead my feet, wherever I get an opportunity to share the love of Christ, or to lead someone to Christ, or to tell my story, because there's many of them. That's what's next for me. Whether it's getting on the page or orally speaking to someone, I get the opportunity to do what God has created me to do.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Ms. Bernadette, for showing us that there are beauty in ashes.
Thank
So
you.
many of us fall victim to that. I'm ashamed, but to see and to know personally some of the things you've been through, and to see you here today, still
Thank
smiling,
you.
still
Yep.
full of joy, is truly a testimony.
Thank
So
you.
I
Thank you.
thank you for just the light that you are, and that even though I told you this many of times, you thought I was the mentor, but you mentored me in so many ways that I didn't even know I needed. So thank
Mm,
you again.
you're
I truly
welcome.
miss seeing you every other Thursday on Mondays, and
Mhm. Yeah,
I
right?
miss that connection. But this is not
Yeah.
goodbye. This is
No,
just
not at
see you
all. Not
later.
at all.
God has a plan for all of us, and I can't wait to
Yes.
see what's in store next for each and every one of us.
Yes. Yes.
So for those that may not know how to get in contact with you, please let them know.
Okay. Now, first, I want to say, Jess, look, you done said "Beauty for Ashes" a few times,
Hmm.
and that would have been a perfect title, "Beauty
Hmm.
for Ashes," because the phoenix. I'm just gonna say the phoenix. It crashes and burns, right? It
Hmm.
rises from the ashes. I didn't even think about that. And after 3 days, it rises up to be reborn. Beauty from ashes would have been excellent. But see, that's just gave me something else to write about. That's
Save
beauty.
that. Save
Thank you. See, I should have called you up like, okay, Jess, help me with this title, cause but
that.
it's gonna the thing, my thing, it's good. But beauty from ashes is something. Where they can find me at next is, I mean, where they can find me at? Well, I'm on Facebook by Bernadette Starkey, my name. Instagram, I am Be His Child 7 forever. Yeah, Be His Child
Okay.
7 forever. On Instagram, and I just found I'm gonna have to do a channel some because I just saw I have a whole thing on YouTube. Is Bernadette Starkey with some numbers. I have to see. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't even know I had like a YouTube thing. But maybe I'll do a YouTube channel. But right now it's on Facebook at Bernadette Starkey, or it's on Instagram at Be His Child, the number 7, the number 4, and the word ever.
All right. Well, thank you again, Miss Bernadette. It was wonderful seeing you.
Jess, it was
Stick
good seeing
around
you
so you
too.
can see the rest of the authors, and you
Oh
have a
yes, I've been on my phone watching it from the beginning. It's been on. It's been y'all
okay.
doing. You doing a
Well,
great job. Great
thank
job.
you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Good
Bye
night.
bye. Talk to you soon. Hopefully. I love you, Jess.
Love you
Bye bye.
too. Moving right along, we have Miss Ivory coming up next. So let's give a round of applause for our next author, Miss Ivory. Hi, Miss Ivory.
Good evening, Jessica.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Well, I know who you are, but please introduce yourself with your pen name and the title of your chapter for Don't Hide Your Scars.
Okay, well, good evening, gems and gents. My name is Ivory Ellison. My pen name is Chaotic Calm. And the title of my chapter is My Scars Are Exposed. Now What?
Can you give us a little more insight to your chapter?
Sure. So, as I was writing the chapter, um, I always have a like a brainstorm thing with my sister and my daughter about like what the title should be. And it definitely was the main metaphor of the physical scars,
Mm,
and taking that band-aid off and, letting it breathe. And sometimes it gets re-exposed and reopened. And when we talked about the scars being revealed, like now that they're out, now that we're saying don't hide them, what do we do with that? Like,
mm,
what's next? So that's where the title kind of came from. Like, okay, we're not hiding them, we're bringing them out. Now, what do we do once they're visible?
absolutely. And I think we all need to know what to do once we take take that band-aid off and expose ourselves. I love that. This book marks the final farewell publication for the Diamond Writers. And after this beautiful 6-year journey, how has being a part of this collective impacted you? And what has this literary community meant to your personal growth?
Okay, thank you for asking me that. With joining the Diamond Writers, a number one thing for me was that ever since I could say I was maybe 10 years old, I always wanted to write. Like I always had journals, I always was writing, and the Diamond Writers gave that 10-year-old Ivory the I could say like this, the audacity to bring it all out,
Mm.
and this is my second anthology with the Diamond Writers, and I think that with the sisterhood and just being able to make my voice heard more is important for young women to know that they can do that.
Oh, that's
Um,
beautiful.
and for personal growth, I mean, besides being a writer, like you guys have brought out the author in me, right? But I'm actually a poet first. Like I've
Yeah.
always been, poetry has always been my thing, spoken word. So this kind of took me out of my comfort zone to just not just poems, but to actual like bringing those ideas at a larger scale.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. I'm so glad you had the opportunity to share that. Um, how do you believe your Pacific story will inspire or liberate other women who are still trying to deal with their own emotional turmoils?
So I do want to say, I do want to piggyback on what Sister Lakeisha said
Mm-hmm.
about being a girl's girl, a woman's girl. Like, always want to uplift our women,
Mm-hmm.
because it's important that we learn to uplift each other, right?
Absolutely.
And I think with this, I went from not just what happens after, but the entire process. Like, as I'm still going through this process now. So I went from the different levels of from childhood to teenage to middle age to now. So it's really all the different levels where each young lady or each lady in their different ages can kind of look at it from different areas, and just have this
Mm-hmm.
story. Whereas, okay, I went through this or something like this, or I know somebody that went through something like this. And these are the different steps that I can take to start my healing journey.
Absolutely. We all need a guide in life, and I'm glad that you thought that that was important, to have those steps. Because, like you said, now what, right?
Hmm.
um, when you look at your life today, on the other side of that healing work that you've been doing, what does the beauty of scars look like in your daily life?
So, in my daily life, I think the beauty of scars are that now that we see them in a different light.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of them actually just being scars of something that happened, it's scars of something that happened, that we've been through, that we've healed and progressed through. And just knowing that there's growth in whatever different levels of the scars, even those that we still don't see.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the importance of just knowing that your scars are there and knowing that this is what makes you strong today.
Absolutely. We got to find strength in our pain.
Hmm.
Um, as we officially close this chapter, which I know is so hard for us to say
Yeah.
goodbye, what's next for you?
Okay, so I am working with one of our Diamond sisters, Tiara, who is helping me put my poetry collection together. So
Okay,
it's actually almost done. So it'll be a collection of poems. It's called Embracing Life Through Love and Convictions.
I like
Um,
that.
and it'll be coming out very soon.
Okay,
And it's just really that and getting back into my spoken word where I'm actually going out and trying to perform as well.
okay, that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you, Ivory. That's amazing.
Thank you, Jess.
I know we don't get to see each other all the time anymore, but I'm so glad we had these few minutes together for you to share and to let catch up and let everyone know how you've been doing and what's next for you. So for those of you who may not know how to get in contact with you, can you please share your social media information?
Oh, sure. So I am on Facebook as under Ivory Ellison. My Instagram is Ivory Ellison _88. And those are the two ways to, I'm using on both, kind of looking to see, where I can connect.
Oh, thank you again, Ivory. It was a pleasure spending this time with you. Make sure everybody get that book, Don't Hide Your Scars, so you can find out now what's the next steps. And you have an
Hey,
amazing night, Ivory. Thank you again.
you too. Thank you, and good night, everyone.
All right, guys. Coming up next, we have our next author, Tiffany. Tiffany. Now for real this time, because last time you peekaboo, man.
I don't even know how that happened. I know I wasn't touching nothing. I was down here trying to be in the comments, but
You just
it was
wanted to
like,
see me. You just wanted to see me. That was Tiffany. Hey, girl. Long time no
hey,
see.
hey, ma'am, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am so well. Like, oh, I'm on cloud nine right now. My baby girl is graduating. We just did prom send off on Friday, so I'm still riding the wave and living in joy of my daughter. So, but
That's
this
amazing.
right here, oh my God, so much to say about that.
Well, I know you, so let's let the
Mhm.
people know who you are. Can you tell us your name, your pen name, and the the title of your chapter in Don't Hide Your Scars?
Okay. First, let me reintroduce myself. I am the oh no. All right, look. All jokes aside, I'm Tiffany Matthias. I am One True Phoenix. I am the new CEO, Chief Excellence Officer for Transparent Gem Inc. I am a founding diamond writer, and I have contributed to all 6 anthologies. And this time, I did not write a chapter. However, I contributed to poems. Um, and it was one of those things where it was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I was being very defiant. God, spirit, the ancestors was like, girl. And it was to the point where I couldn't sleep. Like I was waking up in the middle of the night and it was like, right, type whatever it is, but get it out of your heart. You're carrying this pain right now and you don't need to. It's no longer yours. Release it. And I was like, okay. So literally in like the midnight hour, I shot the poems off in the dark to Natima. I was like, I know this is mad late. You can add them if you want. If you don't, I respect it. But this is what I was told to contribute. And she said, say less. And here I am. So the two poems, one is called Shipwreck, and the other one is Time Warp. And so they both deal with relationship heartbreak and what
Okay.
it's like to um, look at the relationship, process what happened, and then move forward in your life.
How do you feel like that contribution of those two poems will resonate with women who are still trying to heal on this emotional healing journey?
So, one of the things that I realized, a lot of people in their healing journeys, they want to get to the scar, right? And they want to immediately get to the I'm healed. First of all, healing is a process, right? And if
Mhm.
you've ever had any real surgery or any real type of wound, you know that you will still get twinges. I'm a mom. I have 3 daughters by birth. 2 of them were by via C-section, and I still, like, if I move the wrong way, I get a little twitch in that area across my C-section scar. It's a reminder that something happened there, but I do not have to stay stuck and trapped in it. And that's what I want um the readers to get when they walk away after reading the poems is like, yes, this traumatic thing happened to me, but I do not have to stay stuck in it. But I also don't have to rush the healing process. When we were kids and we got a boo boo, right? What we do? We picked at the, and sometimes picking at the scab made the wound worse, which made the scar uglier if we had just let it alone and let nature do what it's supposed to do. So, yeah, let the healing process take the time. Don't rush it because you'll make the scar uglier than what it needs to be.
Oh, I love that. I like that whole little metaphor that you used in there.
Yes.
When you look at your life today on the other side of that healing work that you've done, what does the beauty of scars look like in your daily reality?
They are a reminder that, girl, you done been through some stuff, but you got over it. So one of the scars, a physical actual scar that is on my body, is I broke my right ankle just before the pandemic came in, just before the the introduction of the diamond writer. So I have a rod and about 10, 12 screws in my ankle. If you follow me on social media, you will see that I do not let that rod and those screws get to me, but that scar is still there. And when I first came out of my cast, when everything got unwrapped, it was very gnarly looking. Now it's just like this sleek little slit down my ankle, and you barely see it. Nobody notices it. And one of the things I thought about doing when I first saw it, and I saw like it was just discolored, and it was all of the things I was like, I'm gonna put a tattoo over it. Mama Owens, right? We gonna put these tattoos on these scars and make them works of art. And I still think about doing it, but if you know anything about tattoos, the closer they are to the bone, the more they hurt. And
Well,
that
it
is
is.
right there on ankle bone. So,
Right.
I might need some encouragement in order to go through this. But yeah, you're gonna come out on the other side of this and you're gonna be beautiful for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As we officially close this chapter of the
Mhm.
Diamond Riders, even though we may be sad, we know there is lots of great things in store for TGI and as yourself. So please tell us what's next for you.
So, as I mentioned, I am the CEO of Transparent Gem Inc. now, which is the Chief Excellence Officer. I will be moving forward with Natima Cherie with Transparent Gem Inc. and all of the entities that are up underneath there, that umbrella. Even though Diamond Riders has been sunset, there are other projects coming down come 2027. So, you want to make sure that you continue to stay, you, meaning the people who are watching this right now, you stay in touch with us, and you follow all of the pages for the things that are coming up. There will be in-person workshops and seminars. There will be virtual. There will be some up here in New York where I am. There will be some down in Atlanta where Natima is. And maybe we'll meet somewhere in the middle in the DMV and connect over there. We're just really looking to focus the concentration on our hometowns and then be able to build out and expand out all the things that are happening there. We have new umbrellas, new entities that are coming under the umbrella, rather. So we're going to be looking for new authors who want to do development, who want to find their author voice, who want to find their branding as an author, even if they've already been published with self or with someone else, to be able to step into themselves. Because our goal, I think, is not for anthologists to be very cookie cutter, but for everyone to be able to tell their story so that it feels like the reader, when they're reading it, the author, the anthologist, is speaking directly to them. Very kitchen table talk, very like homegirls, like this is how we do it.
Okay, that's exciting. I can't wait to see and hear all about all these great things that's coming up. I know how to get in touch with you, but let the
Mhm.
people in the audience know how they can get in touch with you and keep in contact with all these new things that are coming to play.
Okay, so on Facebook, I am Tiffany Rochelle. On Instagram, I'm one underscore True Phoenix. And on TikTok, I am Phoenix Speaks. And I'll drop my link tree in the comments once I'm finished here, because the link tree will then take you to all those different platforms.
That's wonderful. And shout out for their 200 dance class. I watched the video.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I just
yes,
want you
yes.
to know you have inspired me because I've always wanted to do dance classes. Like that's just
Mhm.
always been. I would be dancing around my house thinking I could dance. But I am going to try one this summer because I've watched all your videos and I'm like, she's out there doing it. She's not worried about if anybody's watching her, and she's having a good time. So I'm trying one this summer.
You should. And when I tell you, if I look at like my first month of videos until now, the growth in my dance, the change in the shape in my body, I feel so much more comfortable in my body and dancing. My husband used to tell me that I don't look like I'm having fun when I'm dancing because I'm stuck in my head. And one of our instructors, I love him to pieces. This is my guy. He has this whole call and response thing. He'd be like, "What are we gonna do tonight, ladies?" And we're like, "Nah, give a F." And that's it. No, don't care. Don't care. And then I have this little saying like, the move is either that or something like that. Like, this is my version.
You look amazing. You look free.
Thank
You
you.
look light. Like, so keep doing what you're doing. It was so wonderful talking to you, and I can't wait to see you soon and hook up and catch up on all what's going on in your personal life. But thank you again for
Yes,
sharing
ma'am.
and being on.
And I'm so proud of you, Jess. Like, when I tell you, Miss Jess, the culture keeper, had no voice when she entered this space 5 years ago. What? I'm so proud of
I
you.
was like a little
I
church.
love you so much.
Love
You
you
sure enough
too.
was. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we're gonna keep it rolling. It's time for Miss Tanya, aka Mama O, to show up. Hello, good evening, Mama O. Oh, I think you're on mute. There you go. Hello. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Jess?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Did you turn it up? Can you hear me now? Oh, it's spinning. Can you hear me, Mama O?
I can't hear you, Jessica.
Uh-oh. You might have to go out and come back in. Well, while Mama O, Miss Tanya, is getting herself together, let's see what's going on in our comments. We got lots of fans in the comments, lots of friends on. We got people on here shouting out all our Diamond Rider sisters. Yes, thank you guys. And I hope everyone has been sharing this live and telling their friends to come on and watch to support these wonderful authors. And while we have a few minutes, while Mama O was getting herself together, let's do another giveaway for that free book. Yes, don't hide your scars book. Let's see. I was supposed to be checking the comments to see who wrote shared. But let's see, who can remember the name of our last anthology before Don't Hide Your Scars? What was the previous anthology we did right before Don't Hide Your Scars? Who knows the name of that anthology? Post it in the comments. Let's see. Oh, we have a winner. Yes, Audacity. Thank you, Chantel. Woo! And how many of us have that book, Audacity? Oh, thank you, Vicky Nay and Bernadette, for answering that. Yes. If you don't have Audacity, you can also find that on Amazon and at Transparent Gem Inc. So please support us and get all those great books because you need them in your life. Beneath the Crown, Valid Transparency, She Is, and Audacity. And now, Don't Hide Your Scars. Definitely, you need to get all those great books. All right, so we will get that information so we can send you your free copy of Don't Hide Your Scars. I hope you guys are enjoying these authors and just taking this time to engage with them. I thank you so much for all the comments in the chat and everybody dropping hearts and diamonds for these wonderful ladies. It is hard work writing a chapter. people think, oh, you just wrote a little chapter. No, it takes a lot of energy and time and strength and just all of you to write a chapter. It is time. It takes all your time, and some of us don't even have that much time. But it just takes a lot. Pouring yourself into your writing and being vulnerable and transparent and just worried like who's gonna be affected by it or who will judge you or just not knowing like how is this going to change and shape so many stuff, so many people. So it's just beautiful. We'll just keep it going. Mama O was still having some technical difficulties, so we're gonna move along and go to. Oh, here she goes. You're back. Yeah, can you hear me now? Mama O, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. On the way again. Okay. Still having some difficulties. Hopefully she can figure it out. But we're gonna move right along and we're gonna go on to is it back again?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear
Good.
me?
Thank God. Yes. The
Oh,
devil is a
okay.
liar. My God.
Hello,
I
Miss
know
Sonia.
he's a liar. He is a liar. Thank you, Lord.
How are
Thank you,
you?
Lord.
How are you?
I'm good, Jess. How you doing?
I'm well. Well, introduce yourself to everyone, your pen name, the title of your chapter.
Let's get right into it. I
Yes.
am known as Minister Owens, Mama O, aka Lady O. And my chapter is called My Story for His Glory. I've
All
been a
right.
diamond writer for 2 years now. This is my second anthology, so I'm super excited about that.
And tell us a little bit about your chapter.
Well, my chapter, I was working on my ordination paper, and so what made me use this as part of it was because everything that I had went through in my past as a young adult before I got saved was shame, guilt, hurt, just all kind of scars that you can name was added in there. And from crying out to God who heard, thank God he's a prayer answering God who heard me and saved me and brought me through all of those things up until now. Even now, he's still bringing me through. So that was the motivation behind it, and to let people know that you can you don't have to stay stuck where you are. You can overcome and you can come out. And so mine was more of a spiritual. It was on the spiritual part, and so just let people know that there's still divine healing. The survival, the transformation, and divine healing
That's
is what
beautiful.
my chapter is all about. And to piggyback on Bernie, I closed out my chapter with Beauty for Ashes. I closed that out
Okay.
with my yeah. So
That's beautiful. I like
mm-hmm,
that. I love that.
mm-hmm.
When you look at your life today, on the other side of that healing work that you've done, what does beauty of scars look like on your daily reality?
On a daily reality is just looking back at I would say looking back now, I don't have to hide anymore. I already been healed. I'm free. Everybody used that word tonight. I'm free to let go of the past and embrace the future. Like I'm not holding on to all of the hurt and pain. I think Tiffany just said it too. I spoke about that too when we was little. We would fall down and hurt our knees, and Mama would put a band-aid on it, clean it, put a band-aid on it, and in a couple of days, or two, whatever, she would take it off to see if that scar had healed. And so for me, it's just a new chapter for me. I'm embracing the future to love, to forgive, and most of all, to protect my peace. And so I'm reminded basically of the woman with the issue of blood, and that's Matthew 9:20-22, how she had went everywhere. She spent every dime she had trying to get healed. And she said, if I could just touch the hem of his garment, I know I would be made whole. And so that's what I kind of looked at. For me, it's the spiritual part, reaching people, letting them know you don't have to stay where you are no matter what you're going through, no matter what you've been through, or what you might go through. God is your source and He's your strength. And He will heal, turn those scars, the beauty to ashes. He would turn them scars into a total transformation and healing.
Amen
So,
to that.
mm-hmm.
As we sadly close this chapter of the Diamond Riders organization, what's next for you?
What's next for me? I'm gonna continue writing. Again, I didn't set out to be an author. I know I watched Natima. Shout out to Natima Queen Pin. I watched her with this community, and you guys write so much. And I just thought about it one day. But she would always say, "Mama, oh, you have a story. You have a story in you to tell, and so we would love for you to come write with us." And so that's how I became an author. It wasn't. I never dreamed of being an author. So now I'm right. I'm going to start working on some books, and because I still have some stories to tell. I still, and our stories is really basically testimonies of where we came from, and that's why I chose the title that I chose, My Story for His Glory, because he's still writing the story.
That's beautiful. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
excited. I'm so glad we got to spend this few minutes
Mm-hmm.
together
Mm-hmm.
and catch up. It was so wonderful to get to see you, Miss Mama
You
O.
too.
Yes,
Thank
I
you,
miss
Jess. I want to
you
thank you
on
too.
Thursdays. But
Thank
let
you.
everyone know how they can get in touch with you so they can stay in touch.
Yes, I am Minister Owens, Minister Tanya Owens on Facebook, and for IG, it's Miss underscore Owens, so they can reach me there. And like I'm always on Facebook, and so DM me, call me, or whatever. So yeah, so I just want to thank you because I always called you, and you always reach back out, and Natima. I just want to thank you all for embracing me, for
Well,
the,
we
and being with me
appreciate
throughout this
you
journey.
and love you and wish
Love
you
you
all
more.
the best.
You
And you have
too.
a wonderful night.
Thank you. Okay. All
Bye.
right. Bye.
All right, ladies and gents. It last but not least, we have the one, the only Natima Cherie coming up next. You on mute, girl. You on mute.
I said, oh, I should probably get on, huh? I'm so busy engineering
That's
and
you in the
navigating.
background, girl. Thank you. I
Right. I
thank
was
you.
like, I heard my name though.
Hello, Miss Natima
What's up?
Cherie. We all know who you are, but
Yes.
for those who may not, please introduce yourself and your chapter title.
Who don't know me? Don't do that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hey, Jims. Hey, gents. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? I'm Natima Cherie, the founder of Transparent Gem Inc. and formerly the Diamond Writers, now the Writers Room. What was my chapter called? That's crazy. Oh, Beyond the Bandage. Listen, I have a memoir coming out. I got so many projects I'm working on, but it is called Beyond the Bandage: The Beauty in the After is the name of my chapter.
That's beautiful. Can you give us a little insight to your chapter?
Yes, I feel like for 6 years, right? I guess 5 years, five publications. We spent a lot of time discussing the scars. We're talking about the wound. We're talking about the trauma. We're talking about the pain, the hurt, the betrayal, the divorce, like all the things that created these holes and created these things that hurt, right? Whether emotional, physical, spiritual, energetic. We spent 5 books talking about them. And so when God gave me the final book, at the time I didn't know it would be the final book, but when God gave me the title and our next anthology, Don't Hide Your Scars, I actually wrote in Audacity a subchapter called Don't Hide Your Scars. And then that became this book. And I just wanted to talk about my life in the after, like what it feels like to be on the other side of your healing work. So we'll never arrive, right? Healing is a continuum. Healing is consistent. It takes intentional and deliberate effort over and over again because something in us is always going to break or fracture. There's always going to be something in us that hurts. But there is this like safety and this safe space that you do arrive at when you've done some of that work. So even if you're not completely healed, there are parts of you that become whole. And that's what I talk about in my chapter, Beyond the Bandage.
I love it. That's amazing. Now, I know you've created this literary community, but how has this community impacted your life?
Whoo, girl, how much time we got left?
Not much, but
Oh my gosh. Listen, I cannot even put into human words how much this community has changed me. It's matured me, it's stretched me, it's challenged me. It's humbled me. It's transformed me. It has done so many different things. Like I've pivoted in so many different ways. I've learned to ask for help. I've learned to say I'm afraid. I've learned to, I've recovered from perfectionism because my leaders are not having it. Like, especially Tiffany, who's now the CEO. She was constantly telling me, you did your best, and that was enough because I am a recovering perfectionist. And so I always felt like it's not perfect, it's not good, we can't move forward with it. So that's one of the biggest things that being in this space and leading these women, I feel liberated from the weight of perfectionism and the unrealistic expectation of it. And so that's really changed my life and my personal journey, along with all the other things I mentioned.
That's beautiful. I'm so happy that you're recovering in that aspect of perfectionism because, ooh, yes, we don't have time to get into that. But the beauty of your scars, what does that look like for you on a daily reality?
Man, you know what? The thing that I talk about in the book, and I won't give too much away, but what it looks like for me, I can't say in the daily reality, but in the season that I'm in right now, is recognizing the wall that I put up, afraid to let someone love me. When you've been mishandled and you have been abused, not just physically, right? Like I've never been physically abused in a relationship, thank God, but I have been emotionally manipulated, you know what I'm saying, and scarred in other ways. And that's still a form of abuse. That when you encounter something healthy, you create a scar, like you wound yourself because you're like, nope, this can't be real. And so here it is. I'm like, creating all of these things in place of just accepting what's real and accepting what's healthy. And that's where I recognize like my scars showing up, the debris of having to tear those walls down that I've created to not let anyone in. I'm like, oh, wow, you know what? That's where those scars are from. No one else has wounded me. But when I began to tear the walls down and allow somebody in, shout out to my chocolate drop. I hope he's watching. But when I allowed someone in and began to tear those walls down, a lot of that debris and a lot of that reconstruction began to scar me. And so it wasn't my past, it was my present. It was literally what I'm going through right now and having to heal and mature in the process of doing so. Healing is it's a weird thing. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's very linear. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love that you mentioned though that we sometimes create our own scars because so many of us are like, well, they did it, someone did it, she did it, you hurt me. But we be hurting our own selves sometimes and don't even realize the wounds we're creating. And it's like, gosh, this is so deep. How did it get this deep? And it's like, because you constantly were putting stuff in, like you were ripping into yourself and not even realizing the damage you were doing. So thank you for even putting that to light. Like we do create some of these own scars ourselves, not always somebody else. It's within us. So that healing work is no joke. It's like never ending.
Man, it's like you reach one layer or one milestone in your healing only for that to uncover something else that you didn't realize hurt. Because what happens is we get so comfortable playing with pain and we get so comfortable surviving our trauma. And society has taught us how to keep going and to never pause. And so when you do uncover something, and you think you're healed, you're like, wait a minute, there's something else under there. There's a fracture underneath what I just fixed. And so, like I said, it's a constant thing. It's a continuum that we're constantly like reviewing and reflecting and looking at ourselves. And you said something a moment ago about us creating our own scars. I was in prayer not that long ago, and God was telling me to like let stuff go, because the tighter you hold on to it, you create scars holding on. And so I did the exercise of like squeezing my hands really tight. And then when I opened them, I had all of these nail like imprints from how hard my nails dug into my hand. And I was like, oh, okay, I see how that looks emotionally. When we hold on to stuff, no matter how heavy it is, it creates an imprint in our heart. It creates an imprint in our soul, in our mentality. And we don't even realize it's because we just won't let it go.
And you
So
don't even
yeah, that
realize
was random, but I felt like to share
that I like that. And then you don't realize how much it's shaping you into a different person.
exactly.
Like you're like, why am I so angry? Why am I so like? Cause girl, you still holding on to that argument from 3 months ago. Like,
Girl.
there you go. I know you have a plethora of things going on in your life, but if you can just let us know that even though this chapter is closing with the Diamond Riders, what is next for you?
So gosh, I'm finally handing over the reins to Tiffany. That is what I'm most excited about. Stepping not away from TGI, but just stepping down for a little while so that I can focus on my personal life. I just started a role with Emory University. Super excited. Thank you. In their career development and professional development center. So doing a lot of work there. It has me very busy. My students are amazing, but they do keep me busy. And so just really trying to be more present in my personal life. Hopefully getting married soon. Hint, hint, no pressure, babe. I know you watch it, but just really enjoying my life. My youngest daughter's going to middle school next year. My oldest daughter's going to college next year. So I just really want to make sure that I'm investing time in them. I do have a memoir that comes out next month. It's my very first solo project in almost 5 years. So super excited about that. Y'all can make sure that you cop that. It's called Pressure Made, and that'll be out on June 16th.
That is wonderful. I'm so excited. This is such a surreal, like full circle moment that I'm interviewing you, like on our final book release. Like it's giving me all kinds of emotions. But I just want to say thank you for even giving me this opportunity to interview all these wonderful authors and to be able to do something I never thought I could do. This is just truly amazing. Like I remember the first time I had to speak in like this kind of setting, not a book release, but I think I did like a one of the journal things that we were doing, and I was like profusely sweating. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm gonna forget what to say. I would have like all these note cards, and like today I'm just like, okay, like so I'm thankful. I am thankful for the growth. I'm thankful for the space and opportunity that you have awarded all of us. So many women have benefited from your obedience. I've told you that time and time again. So I just thank you. I thank everybody in the collective. This has been a wonderful journey. Even though some of us are unsure what's next, but I know for you, you have such great things in store. I don't know who's coming along for the ride, but we'll all be watching to see in 2027 what's happening with TGI. And I just want to say I'm so proud of you. Like,
thank
you're doing the
you.
work. You're going to continue to do the work. And I know God has great things planned for you in all aspects of your life. And I already can see that stuff happening. I remember first, we've known each other forever, but when we came back into each other's lives and you were like so corporate America, so I'm birthday, and I got to get on this call. And, it was like this one train ride you were on, and now it's like just chilling, smelling the flowers,
Yes, girl, you better testify for me. Yes, yeah. But if I could offer that to any gem or gent that's listening, that's truly what healing does. Healing encourages us to slow down and to be still. I think culture and society and life and sin and all these other things try to tell us that life moves at this pace that we have to keep running to keep up with, but that's just not true. And when you begin to take your time and do work,
and let God lead, you have a much slower pace in life. Like, and it's so good for our nervous system. It's so good for our hearts. It's so good for our health to just slow down. And I think that's been the greatest compliment, Jessica. So thank you. Mel said it to me the other day. We were texting back and forth, and I forgot how she worded it, but she pretty much just said she can recognize the change in me, my energy, my tone, like everything is just so much better. And I got to give my boo some love, because when you're being loved well and you're being loved properly, honey, it just brings out the best in you. But I do know a lot of it is because I'm on the other side of that work that I was willing to do. And all of you women who were willing to do the work, like, there's so many healing mantras and so many affirmations and so many master classes on the internet that offer this pseudo, process that tells you that it's overnight. We are living testimonies that it takes years. We started this journey 6 years ago, and some of us are still trekking and still maturing and healing. And many of us have a much longer road to go, but it goes to show you there is no microwave option. There is no overnight fix for what took 20, 30, 40, some of us 50 years for those wounds to build. You can't heal them in one class or one conference or one prayer circle. And so I'm just grateful for all of you who trusted me with your stories, for all of you who showed up, who served, who poured, who supported the vision. There are many who walked away, who are no longer with us. There are some legacy diamonds who still support us, but I count it all joy, and I don't regret any of what I've been able to pour in this space and what I've been able to do in terms of labor and prayer and sacrifice, because it has been worth it. I don't have an official copy. This is one of the Witchcom copies, but for those of you who didn't get to see, this is what our beauty looks like. And it's a much thinner book, but it's extremely powerful. So I hope that you all enjoy our farewell publication.
Yes, and thank you again, Natima, for just everything. Thank you for the space, the opportunities. Thank you for showing us that healing has its benefits. We all get stuck in our comfortability and think, oh, well, it was me, and this is just what life is going to be. But when you really put the work in, there is true joy on the other side. And I think that was the theme throughout this whole interview. There's freedom and joy on the other side, and it's worth it. So I guess this is it. Let everyone know how to stay in touch with you and to keep up with what's going on with TGI, so we can stay in touch and see what's happening for 2027.
Yeah, so this chapter may be closing, but our ink never dries. So TGI will continue to empower women on their healing journey. Narrative healing continues to be a priority for the Phoenix and I. We do have the Writers Academy and the Writers Room launching in January 2027. We still provide a la carte and package support for aspiring authors through Transparent Gem Inc., our boutique consultancy. Tiffany and I are still coaching writers and authors. We are still coaching speakers and influencers. So there's still a lot happening. You can visit transparentgeminc.com to learn more. You can follow us on Instagram at Transparent Gem Inc. and Cut and Clarity, because we are starting to move into that media space. So quite a bit that we have going on. And of course, we will be reaching out to some of our legacy diamonds to recruit them to support our new efforts. So if you get that tap on your shoulder, don't be surprised, because we will need support in lifting all these other women that are coming our way.
Thank you. It was wonderful chatting it up with you.
Thank you.
I know this is not goodbye for us, but it is goodbye for this interview, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, gems and gents, we have come to the conclusion of our final book release. I know we went over a little bit, but we thank you so much for being patient with us and staying engaged all the way to the end. I absolutely enjoyed every moment of this book release and all of the wonderful ladies and the authors who came on and shared their stories with you guys and just a little bit about who they are. It has been an absolute pleasure. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are truly going to miss each and every one of you who have supported us throughout this whole 6-year journey. Your love, your light, your encouragement, your support will never go unnoticed. We are truly, truly thankful in every way when you shared a post, brought a book, came to an event. It was all worth it. And we thank you. We have it in such in our heart that you will always be a part of us. Even though we will not be a collective as the Diamond Writers, we will still leave an imprint for years and years to come. Continue to buy those books, continue to share our stories, continue to engage and interact with each and every one of us on social media. When you see us in the street, we are not strangers, we are family. And once again, thank you to our CEO, Natima Cherie, for her obedience, for her dedication to this organization through the 6 years. We wish her well. We wish her God's covering and his true abundance in her life. That no matter what journey God continues to guide her on, that she will always see and receive his full blessing. So we thank her again. We thank each and every diamond who has shared their stories and poured their hearts into each and every book. I pray for a continuance of blessings over each and every one of their lives and their family lives. I am truly thankful for this opportunity, and I am going to miss each and every one of you. I love you all, and good night.